Hey everybody. All right. So today I'm going to talk a little bit more about, I'm back. I'm going to talk a little bit more about AI and talk about, and actually going to show you exactly how to do a mock-up from ground zero to AI generated. I remember to bring water today. Anyway, I want to make sure, yep, levels are coming through. Got my mic back, got my cameras back. I think I even got my other camera back. I do. Hey. All right. Oh, I haven't checked my code, but let's see if that works. It does. Yay. All right. So there's a lot of AI out there. I'm probably going to do something about this this weekend. Um, this is probably one of the best ones I've seen. I've played with a lot of them. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to generate a mockup, and I'll show you what I mean by a mockup. So you can generate art, right? And everyone's like, well, it's not really art, it's AI generate. I don't care what you think. The AI generates some amazing artwork, and I will show you an example of some of them. So if I come here, and you can actually just launch app, and it'll take you to something like this. I wonder what this will, yeah, it'll take me here. So these are ones that somebody has generated. These are public. Pretty amazing. But what's really cool is if you hover over them, it will actually give you the prompt they use to do it. And like, this one's amazing. The parentheses, extremely high quality. Here, let's actually look into that. Or actually, let's look into, there was a cherry one that was really cool. Yeah, this one. So if I click on this, it shows you the exact prompt they use to actually create it. Really cool. But we're going to do something a little different. Wow, my voice is still. I did have coffee this morning, so. It shows you the pipeline, it shows you what model it used and everything. And then you can scroll down and see different ones that are built on that same model. Anyway, we are going to create a new image generation. And we will create, let's find something. What do you want to create? Let's do something computery. Hacker working on computer in dark scene, artistic, with, let's see, what kind of, as pop art with, let's just do that. Working computer in dark scene with pop art. Pop art. This will use 6 tokens. Keep in mind, this is completely free to get started. Once you figure out what you want to do with it, there's a lot more you can do, and you can generate a bunch of different things. So this one's cool. I really like this one. So great. I'm going to download that image, and I will call it that. That's fine. So now I actually have one, right? Which is cool. But now I want to make it as, and I was thinking of this as like an artwork, like I would hang over my desk or something. So great. So let's create a scene. So home office, uh, uh, dark colors, uh, yeah, home office, dark colors with, and this is seems horizontal. So with horizontal landscape art above desk. nothing covering art. Generate. So now what I'm doing is generating the scene I'm going to use for the mockup. So when you generate any type of art, and obviously some of the, wow, this one's really good. See how it's covering it though? And I don't want, let's try make sure nothing is covering art. Try that again. And as it generates it, and you can see it generates these pretty quickly. Here, we'll use this one. Still has stuff covering it, but it's fine. Actually, this one will be, we'll do this one. Download image. Cool. All right, so now I have a scene and I have a piece of artwork. What's really cool is Canva. If you haven't heard of Canva, learn it, love it, live it. It's amazing. So I'm going to do Canva, and you do canva.com. It's going to take me right back to here because I've already logged in. But if I didn't, it would take you through something. You sign up, it's free. Great. So I'm going to create a new design, and I will do framed art. We'll do that. Great. So now I want to actually make that art into something that is a mock-up. Watch how easy it is. So I come over here and I will go into downloads of what I just downloaded. And there's my office that I created, right? So I right click, set images background. It's a little off. So maybe I don't want it to be like this. I want to resize it. So let me create a different design. Designs. Oh. So create a design. Custom size. We will do 1024 by 5. That's better. So now let me do that. I've already uploaded it, so I click on upload and I drag this over. And then I do set images background. There we go. So now I have all of this as my background. But now I want to, generally I like it perfectly squared. This is a little off center, so this is going to be new for me. And then I will drag this into here. And I will place it, but I need to edit it and skew it. Edit photo. And I wonder if I can do that. I don't want to upscale it. Adjust. Clarity, sharpness. Yeah, I want it to be flat rather than having to go through all of these. Wonder if I can expand. What does that do? Oh yeah, I don't want to do that. Effects. No. Yeah, let me go back. And I'm going to create a different image background so it actually looks perfectly square, kind of like that. So home office, dark colors, horizontal landscape above death. Make sure nothing covering the art. Camera, straight shot. Above desk as focal point. Make sure nothing is covering art. Camera, straight shot. Generate. Let's see what we get. And this is all real time. It's kind of crazy how fast things have gotten. And I like this one. You see how it's straight? That's kind of what I was hoping for. So I'm going to download that image. Save. Done. Come here. go here, take this, drag it here, set as background. Great. And then I line this up. And then I scale it, drop it a little here, little. I want it to be flush with the frame, right? Just like that. So now I've created a mock-up, and that took all of what, 4 minutes? Was it even that long? Yeah, it probably was. And that's because I had to go back and forth. But this created a piece of artwork, showed people exactly what it looks like, and that's about it. That's how easy it is to create AI generated content. Big fan of Leonardo, of what you can do with it. Really well done. If I go into the public feed, let me come back here, you will see so many pictures. Generally, Leonardo is really good for people. Uh, it does, but don't underestimate it. It can actually do so much more than just pictures. Like, here are stickers. This isn't real. It's crazy. But as you can see, it's really good for pictures. But you can actually check different models. And let's talk about some of the models it has. So I go image creation. It has a lot. So lightning, and let's do select other model. When you do this, it'll actually tell you all the different ones it has. So Lightning XL it's a generalist image gen, great for everything for photorealism. Text image generative model, photoreal, vision. Yeah, best results with longer prompts. That means the more details you give it, the better it'll be. But that's really what I wanted to talk about, of how easy it is to actually generate things, because I am not an artist. However, I have a lot of ideas of things I want to create, and then different art ideas and things like that. And now with AI, I can actually leverage my ideas into something that can actually recreate them. And I think by doing that, and it does have a lot of models. Wow, it's crazy. It has pixel art models. Needless to say, it can do a lot. And taking my ideas, what's in my head, but not being able, like, I am not, I haven't painted, I don't do, I'm not a, I can't draw and things like that. But with AI, I can, right? So I can actually feed it a prompt, understand all the prompt details that I need, because I'm a tech guy, right? So being a tech guy and being able to create those prompts really makes it easy. So now it makes me it allows me to expand my creative side of things simply by honing my skills on how to interact with the computer. So a long time ago, you would actually wonder how you'd interact with a computer. And you would have to speak in computer terms of code. And now, with all the natural language processing and all of the language models that are out there, you can actually create things at your whim pretty easily with really high quality, depending on how much you practice and get familiar with these things. By doing all of this, you get better with AI, you get better at interacting with computers, you understand the advantages of AI, you start learning about how to interact with things, like it'll actually help you get better interacting things with Siri or Alexa or Google or any of them. And a lot of assistants are out there, and one of the things I'm working on is figuring out what assistants are actually really useful for different tasks. And when I say those tasks, I'm not talking just about uh, computer tasks. I'm talking about like human tasks. I'm not looking for like a Boston Dynamics robot that's gonna actually fold my laundry for me. I'm looking for something to interact with, to have that like real time communication. One of the big problems with AI communication right now is latency, right? So if you're talking to a human, we are processing information much faster than computers because we don't even realize we're processing it. And we jump to the end when somebody's having a conversation and they start talking to you, and you go, I know where you're getting to, let's just go there. And it's because your mind has all of this context, all this experience, especially with the individual you're talking to. And by doing that, then you get to a point where you can jump ahead in conversations. Sometimes really annoying because you're assuming things and you're wrong. But we process things a lot faster. So if I ask a computer, hey, what time is it? Then it will respond. And that delay is really annoying. If I'm talking to a human, I go, hey, do you know what time? And they're already starting to look at their watch and they tell you what time it is before you even finish your sentence. That's the kind of response time we're looking for things. We want computers to get to a point, AI to get to a point where it could infer what we're about to ask so it can respond in a real time scenario. Even the videos that are out there, especially with robots, uh, there's a latency because it has to go, well, with robots especially, because it has to go from the robot to some cloud based, internet based, network based system, calculate the response, get the response back to the robot, and then process. But now with some of the new GPUs that are coming out, and NVIDIA, I think last week just released another one with like, I forgot what it was. It was insane. It was like 10,000 petaflops in regards to processing power. And if it can get smaller and smaller, faster and faster, and be host that kind of language model in the robot itself so it doesn't need an external network, it will obviously respond so much faster. We want it to actually respond that fast. And when it can do that, then the response time will get better, the human interaction will get better, and it can actually learn, it can enhance its own learning model internally. And then maybe at a certain interval, it will actually upload that model to a cloud or whatever. With latency isn't an issue. It can happen in an overnight batch process. Who cares? But you want all of that information to be shared to a global collective, so to speak, and that collective will learn from all of these different models. Great person who did that. Great example of someone who did that was Elon, right? So Elon has all of this data for all of these Teslas that are on the road, and he's learning about like car temperature, road temperature, weather, distance, battery life, like all of these metrics that he's gathering for all these Teslas that are on the road. And all of that data is going up to actually make those cars better. And they're getting better and better and better. And then if you have a robot that's doing the same thing and it has its own internal LLM and it has a processor that can handle it, then it will actually get better and better and better. And then obviously when it does its batch processing to a global collective, that does external processing that can actually be in a data farm, and those data farms can do so much more. And then it will actually upload a even improved model in that batch processing to the local version so it can still have that in that immediate response time, but it's got to do the batch processing still. Anyway, pretty excited about the future of AI and what we're generating and how we're creating things. My discussion today was going to be pretty simple. It's just showing you, look, I can create a piece of art, I can actually do a mock-up for it, and then I can actually sell it on things if I really wanted to. It's really, really simple. It's really, really cool. You can do custom artwork that way. You can actually, if you have an idea of like, oh, I'd really like to create whatever it is, go to Leonardo, see what you can generate, see if it's close to what you're dreaming of, and make it a reality. Like, let's start building more creative things and taking that time and making AI present art. Obviously, there's a lot of music that's being generated with AI. That's probably been happening longer than you realized it. Uh, but it's pretty cool. And I realize that all of this AI is it's progressing really, really fast. And with Nvidia's new chips getting faster and faster, there is a discussion every 10 years we generally improve uh, 10 times what we were 10 years ago. So we are at that 8-year mark of a 10-year cycle, and we have already improved 1,000 times in regards to performance. 1,000, 1,000, and we still have 2 years to go. Crazy. There's the CEO of Nvidia did a presentation about, I think it was last week actually, about his new chipset and how those chips are actually working together and how all of that is actually being built on a larger platform, and then that platform is in a data center, and then you have tens of thousands of them. Anyway, faster, cheaper, well, not cheaper yet, but faster and better for the environment too. Like, they've reduced their emissions cost of running these GPUs. That was a big concern of the blockchain. On the blockchain, there's used to be, it would cost, I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars to actually mine one Bitcoin, and it probably still is that. But with the new GPUs, it might actually be cheaper. Then people are going to start mining different things, or have we mined everything? Or then when we get to that 1%, how much is left? And I don't know. It's crazy. Not going to get into the whole crypto discussion today. Just wanted to talk about some AI. You can generate music, you can generate art, you can generate mock ups of art, you can actually write text. The next thing I want to talk about is AI assistants. Um, my mom recently got a dog. Don't worry, not a real dog, but one of these automated dogs that interacts and has motion detection and barks and sleeps, and she is amazed about the technology of how it interacts. Well, that's just an automated dog. Now imagine if that was an automated person. Like, what movie was that? Her. Um, that movie, and it talked about, basically it was Siri, but it was people building relationships with those kind of AI, and we're so close to that. And a lot of times, I think it's very beneficial that we have those kind of tools, as long as people realize they're tools and they're there to help. When people start crossing over of, is this real? Is this a human? Is this not a human? The whole Turing test, right? Uh, I think I think AI can pass the Turing test without a problem now. Um, but the goal is, we want to be able to use these tools to actually make our lives better, not necessarily take them over. We're going to lose jobs. It's going to happen. I've already talked about that. But understand that we can still create amazing artwork, amazing music, and like, let's get back into a new techno renaissance age. And that's what's happening. And we're going to have that, because we're going to have all of this freedom to build amazing things, build amazing teams. Like, content is king right now. So let's start building that content in a way that is actually helpful and productive, rather than um, misinformation and malicious. Like, there's so many ways you can use things for bad, but what if you start using them for good? and using AI for positive reinforcement and support and encouragement and things like that. I think we can do that. I know we can. I know AI is designed for it. It's wonderful for that kind of learning, but we have to train it, and let's train it to do the right things and build it in a positive way. Anyway, that was my demonstration today of how fast I could build a piece of art and host it, and that was it. This is literally my daily, what time is it? Yeah, and this was about a half hour. So in a half hour, I was able to talk, build, create a bot. Uh, I'm going to look into assistance. I'll probably talk about that tomorrow, but I just want to say thanks for coming by, tuning in. I am officially back in New York, as you can see my background. Yay! And I guess that's it. Thanks for stopping by, and I will talk to y'all soon. Oh, I wonder if this still works. It does not look like it does. I need to actually reprogram that. That's okay. Have a good one, and I will see y'all tomorrow.